I like that.
Welcome back. Sorry.
Now say,
Honestly,
I am Batman.
We need it. I'm Batman.
Rachel.
Mr. This is the Pact Boon. And this is as good as it gets. We're an actual play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition podcast and YouTube channel. This is now episode 8. What? Freaking crazy. I am your dungeon master, Jake Packham. With me I have
Player Justin Lewis.
Player Caden Otley.
I just partier Tanner Wayland. Am I right?
He gets it. We're playing in a homebrew world called Calignos, and we'll do a little recap on the previous session and jump on in. The party set out toward Hurtenberg, directed by a one Gino Calamenti from the astral plane, where there is suspected to be some sort of epicenter of a lethargy, some sort of effect or disease that is racking the material plane. The party trespassed on to a beautiful town and now owes them 31,000 gold points. Yep, gold points. Gold pieces. I wrote GP and I just go to health points.
Makes sense.
They owe a lot of money, okay? And the interest rate is terrible. Does not follow any sort of lending guidelines, but they didn't get to see the contract till after they signed it. So along the path, they got attacked by an octopus-like dog. They killed their companion, Silent Sylvester. Silent Sylvester got knifed betwixt the eyes by Cyril, our beloved. Sylvester died. Ransacked his body, found an all-purpose tool, found a flamethrower, neat, and then got the supplies to go build the tower, as per the request of Sheriff Don Talaab. While out and about, Wolfgang discovered a nasty transition that Sylvester was going through, and was alerted to possibly worse danger that could beset the party. While on watch, Elon was able to spot a pair of purple eyes darting really, really quickly, making a perimeter around these poor survivors who never even got a full long rest. When encroaching on their poorly lit campsite, two pairs of hands, far larger than they ever should be, claws disgustingly long, reaching out, and a face with a vertical mouth and a second accompanying mouth even larger outside of it encroaches on the party. And I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
Oh, mama.
15 for Jolly. Also, while you're doing that, Jolly would like to know what shade of purple is the, oh my goodness, that is terrifying. Holy crap, dude, that thing's huge.
That's incredible.
So for podcast listeners, it is exactly as Jake described. And Jake, you could probably describe this much better than me because, well, you helped create this monstrosity. Or maybe we did. That's existential there.
This beauty requires an absolutely massive shout out to Painting Phantasms Charlie Reeder for his disgusting and disturbing mind and wicked ability to create files. And you too can have access to this nasty Skelascorpion. This thing is crafted almost. It feels like a true abomination to nature itself. It is scorpion-esque in its legs. It has a tail that reaches up, a massive stinger coming out of the mouth of some human's head. The stinger reaching out, dripping with venom. The claws where a scorpion would have had pincers are now just humanoid hands with claws extending, carapace and human flesh combined. Dripping off of its nasty skeletal carapace body is this viscous liquid being secreted from its thorax. You don't have any sense as to what this liquid could be, but it feels like a combination of blood and something else. And that's where we're at. Let me grab some initiatives. 25 to 20. Nobody. 20 to 15.
Oh, sorry.
16.
I got a 24. Sorry.
Oh, beautiful.
I rolled a 19, but forgot to add.
Wow. Okay, what'd you get?
16.
You got 15?
15, yep. Also, Jolly would like to know what shade of purple are these eyes?
It is...
The same shade as your mother's.
Well, I mean, more so, is it the same shade as the magic Jolly uses?
No. This feels eldritch, right? It is purple with gray. It isn't dull. It is fairly vibrant, but the hue is sickly.
Also, can we get a sense for where the tree is as well as the
Yeah, so
snare?
this is basically reaching into the tree as it's
Okay.
pulling across. So the tree would be basically in between one of you and the skeleton, the other.
So how big is this creature? Like what size class would you say?
This is huge.
Okay, so just so you know, the snare won't do anything to it.
Yeah. And we'll say for flavor, as it's coming in, it triggers the snare and it rips one of the fingers completely off of the thing, and it just keeps coming.
Oh, heavens.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, Wolfgang, you are first to act. You are still fairly far away.
We rolled last time. I think I'm one round away.
One round away.
So I'm just like huffing it, and like let's say that we like see like the music is kind of building, like the suspense in the background, and you just hear just like steps like just running.
Yeah.
And
In sand.
but it's like all of a sudden the steps stop and you hear like a like, and he's like throwing up a little bit, and as you'll remember from last episode, he's poisoned.
Yeah.
But then he just like kind of like wipes his mouth and he just keeps running, just
Okay. Allow you to make one more save against the poison. It's a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Yes, 21.
Beautiful. You beauty. Alrighty. You this last vomit that takes over you, you're able to expel the rest of the poisoned blood that you tried to ingest. And we'll have Wolfgang up a little bit closer. You could effectively get yourself within about 60 feet if you use your action to dash.
I would like to get exactly to 60 feet away.
Okay. Fabuloso. All right, so your next turn you'd be able to engage this
Perfect.
thing. If you wish, y'all could try and talk.
Befriend it?
Is he our Puff the Magic Dragon? Is this it?
His name is Puff.
Yes.
So, I hate to do this, and listener, you're probably gonna hate me, but where is Brooks the dog?
Freaking A.
Brooks is definitely underneath the tree. Yeah.
We would have grabbed him out of the way and pulled him with us.
Okay. You can hold Brooks if you wish.
Well, can we just like pull him along in his sled? Like, so he's just back behind us.
Like you're backing up.
One
when
of you
you're-
needs to decide that they are taking Brooks with you, and your speed will be reduced by 10.
I'll do it because my speed is probably slower than everyone's, anyways.
Okay. You may take Brooks the dog. Shout out Brooks. May you rest in peace in heaven. And you can have basically drag Brooks along with 10 reducing to your movement speed.
I'd like to think that like we stepped where we were, and it's like clawing closer, and so we like like reach forward and grab Brooks.
Yeah.
Kind of like in a scared way.
Yeah. Okay, Elon, your turn.
All right. I am going to Eldritch Blast this thing, because what else do you do?
Honestly, not much. Okay, go ahead.
That is a... Is that a 9? That is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit. Rather, it does hit. You find it just punches into the carapace thorax of this thing, or abdomen rather, and it squelches. There is a as it punches into the metal, like the metal armor on this thing, and the flesh underneath it feels very soft, and you can hear kind of like this wet nastiness.
Wow. Okay, bonus action. I am going to summon my Tentacles of the Deep.
Okay.
My Dragon Tails of the Deep, I guess.
Dragon tails.
Dragon tails. Bursting, I assume, like right next to it or underneath it.
Yeah, one of the two.
Okay. Punching through and like moving its legs out of the way is this blue-scaled dragon's tail that bursts from the ground, and I assume you're going to lash out.
I sure am.
And you do have Armor of Agathis on.
I do. That's a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And... that's 6 damage.
Okay. This one does find purchase on it, and it's just a massive tentacled tail, right? And it just brute force smashes into the back of this. Is that cold damage?
It is cold
that
damage.
It deals? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, very well. That is Elon. Anything else on your turn? Do you want to move anywhere?
So, you said it's coming through the trees, and is this, like, accurate? Like, are we, like, 5 feet behind the tree, kind of?
Yeah, you're effectively 10 feet away from it right now.
Sure, I'm gonna definitely back up then, like,
Okay.
30 feet.
Okay.
So,
Take Brooks with you.
sure, I'll take Brooks with me,
Then you
drag
can
him
only go
back
20
15
feet.
feet. Okay, 20 feet, that's fine.
Great. All right, Jolly.
Cool. So, as the melee fighter of the group, Jolly will gulp and think, I don't have... well, okay, I guess I'm going to wade in. So he will try and skirt around to the side
Okay.
to try and maybe expose part of it to either Elon or just kind of find better footing. So if you could move Jolly to this side. Still basically like in engaged range.
Yeah.
And he will just use his normal action of his thunder gauntlets of his guardian armor, and he'll just kind of like and try and punch it.
Yeah.
With a...
I like to imagine it's kind of Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible when he just like loads his fists in that bathroom scene.
I have not seen that.
Watch it.
I don't think it was the Man from U.N.C.L.E. or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's Mission Impossible when he's fighting Tom
What?
Cruise.
Was it
Am I
Argyle?
wrong?
I don't know.
Okay, it's not Argyle.
Whatever it is, Henry Cavill loading your fist to
Yeah.
do the thunder gauntlets, and you punch in as the armor kind of
23 to hit.
hits. Yeah.
Excellent. So this is 1d8. So 1 plus 4, so 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And the creature hit by the gauntlet has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me.
So broken. No save, right? Just automatically.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But I mean, it just has to hit me next.
Yeah. Okay. You see that its head kind of moves along its body and then goes to the side of its body to face you. And it opens its mouth and just goes...
Jolly cries a little bit.
Alrighty.
So cool.
It is now its turn. It's going to take 3 swiping attacks at you with its hands. Sorry, 2 swiping attacks and then 1 with its tail. So the first swipe, 18 on the die, 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take 7 points of slashing. Oof. 20 to hit.
Is that a natural 20?
No.
Oh, thank heavens.
Dirty 20.
So, dirty 20 doesn't hit.
Does not hit. Crazy, dude. Here comes the stinger. It is a woman's head attached to the tail of this body, her hair kind of falling downward, and out of her mouth is this stinger that is dripping with venom. And it's just like pulling her face open with the stinger coming from out of her mouth.
So, is the head impaled on the stinger, or is it the
looks
stinger?
kind of part of it.
Weird.
That's another dirty 20.
Just barely.
Just barely. I'm going to say it cleaves into the tree. And just like takes a massive chunk out of the tree around where it has just ripped through. It starts to burn like acid instead of true venom. And the tree looks like it will probably fall very soon.
Can I yell out like, oh, it looks like the stinger has very corrosive material. Could be good in drinks, maybe.
Everything's a drink. Yeah. If you're brave enough. Okay, Wolfgang, up at the top to you.
Okay, so I'm about 60 feet away. First things first, bonus action. I'm going to do a little hunter's mark.
Okay, you don't feel any hunger for this creature.
Okay, so it's, I mean, I'm sure that maybe my hunger's gone for the day. I feel like.
I would say.
Yeah, just puking myself silly on some bad blood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I'm going to just, what does it say here? So I think I don't get the, at the start of your first turn of each combat. No, so I missed.
I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
Just because this is your first real turn in the encounter.
True.
And, if the DM's wanting to give you some extra juice, maybe.
I appreciate that. Maybe we're screwed anyway.
Buckle up.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot twice.
Okay, fire away.
Nat 1 on the first one.
Whiffs.
Second one, that's a 17 to hit.
17 just hits.
Just hits, that's what I'm talking about. And then, okay, for damage. And then, so it's 8 plus 3, so 11. Hit him for 11.
Hefty.
Piercing.
Okay. The first shot goes wild. I think you step in your own vomit and you slip a little bit. And then the second, you steady yourself and find some purchase underneath the carapace armor into the fleshy bits.
Nice.
Elon, your go.
Okay, I'm going to start with my bonus action, and I'm going to call for Cyril. Cyril, attack this thing. And
He pops up. Hey, bud.
hey,
Can I shoot straight with you?
yeah.
I don't want to.
You just don't want to get near it?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
In no world do I want to be close to that thing.
Okay, instead, I'm going to have you protect Brooks.
I can do that.
Thanks. You're a champ.
I don't think he has that ability, but I'm going to give it to him. He makes Brooks go invisible.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you.
I love it.
Okay, and then I'm going to first...
So we can't see the dog now?
Can't see the dog.
But he's somewhere.
It's okay.
You're just like stepping back here like,
As long as Cyril knows where he is, we're
His
fine.
1 HP that he's rocking with, gone.
Okay, and then I guess I'm going to Eldritch Blast again.
Very well.
Does this count as a humanoid?
Absolutely not. In
right.
no world does this count as a humanoid.
I mean, it has a human head as a stinger. And
human features like hands and head. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do the humans have hands and heads?
if that's the case, where does it end?
Okay, but they're... Okay,
If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, right?
So that-
It ain't talking like a duck.
Okay.
Okay, I got
It's not
a...
walking like a duck either.
Yeah.
I got a 16 to hit again, so I missed.
Does not hit.
Yep.
Once again, just punching into that squelching, fleshy bits. Unfortunate. Yep, there's that squelch that we know and love. Jolly, your turn.
Yes. Jolly is going to do this. Let's see. No, he's going to do the same thing again. So rolling 16 misses, I'm guessing.
16 does miss.
Yeah. But he will use a bonus action to like turn a bit on the armor, and then the armor kind of tightens up and like a small purple field erupts around him like an energy field, and he'll gain 3 temporary hit points as he uses his defensive field.
Nice. There's like an opalescent sheen around the armor, making like an extra exoskeleton. Love that. Okay, it is now the Skeliscorpion's turn. Jolly, once again, is going to take 2 swipes and a stinger attack at you. 19 on the die. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Ouch.
It's another 8 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, another freaking dirty 20. You are too hard to hit. And then
Is that a nat 20?
it is not a nat 20, but it is going to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
My gosh.
Ow.
Stinger.
Ow.
As reaching around the tree, you hear this like bones snapping and breaking as the tail extends and reaches for you, plunging the stinger straight into your chest as you are distracted from the second swipe that you block. You take 9 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, dang it. That is a 12.
Not enough.
Shoot.
You take 12 points of acid damage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Are you still up?
Jolly is down. Frick. Flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
I should have used the flamethrower.
The stinger stabs into Jolly and picks his body up. It looks like this woman's head is like biting Jolly's chest, and it retracts, and Jolly drops to the ground unconscious.
Oh.
Wolfgang.
At this point, I'm like, oh gosh, like it's like a lot, but like I see what happened. I was like, if that hits me, I'm done for. And so he's not running up there. He's gonna shoot again.
Okay.
Okay, let's. Gosh darn it.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Also to hit, it's a 23.
That does hit.
Okay. Insight, come on, something. Oh, it's a 6.
I'll give you advantage.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, that's much better. That's a 19.
Okay. You were a hunter of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like outside your ability right now.
Like this creature.
You are prey. And what do prey do?
Run. Yeah, that's not great. Okay. How do I get the sense that this thing has any speed to it?
A ton.
Ton of speed? Well, that friggin' sucks. Okay, so like this is what's going through Wolfgang's head. He's like, okay, these are like the first like peers he feels like he's had in like a long time. Because growing up, he just didn't have peers. Like he was always a subordinate, the person like essentially picked on, walked over. and he's thinking, he's like, could I get to Jolly and then like somehow pick him up and bring him, and just like run away, or should he keep fighting? Or these are like the thoughts going through his head. His initial thought is, he's going to run, but he is going to try something.
Okay.
Okay, so I have this. Let's see. Move like one. Okay, I'm going to use a first level Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Going to cast it, and until the spell ends, and this is a concentration, till it ends, I don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And I'm going to run up to. So once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage, but aside from that, basically, I'm going to shoot at it first with this, and then for the rest of the turn, I'll have like essentially 65 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to first shoot it with advantage.
Okay.
Using the spell. And then let me see here. Hopefully I make it. Gosh, darn it. The first was an 18. Yeah, so 18 to hit.
Does hit.
Okay, perfect.
It's really a normal attack plus 1d8 of force damage.
Yeah, let me do that. Okay, so 7 plus. Come on. Okay, so that's a 12 damage.
Okay, solid. And then your walking speed is effectively 65 right
65.
now.
So I'd like to go up to Jolly. Oh man, I already used my action, didn't I? Probably can't pick him up.
I would allow you to pick him up.
Okay, I'd like to pick him up. I'm guessing half speed after that.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, see how far I can get up.
So this is 60 feet to the creature.
So you can get up right
50.
to him.
So do the square right behind Jolly.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab him.
So 45.
So, and then I have 10 more feet. So 2 squares back. And at this time, I'm like shouting to Elon. I'm like, Elon, this is not a creature we can fight. We must leave now.
I think as part of like the predator versus prey ideal, is there anything you can do to slow this thing down?
Oh man, let's see. Actually, we're in the desert. Otherwise, I'd be like ball bearings. Just steps it into the sand.
Solid turn. Elon. Anything from you, my man?
Yes. So I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Clump. Good.
And I'm going to cast Gust of Wind. So it's a strength save.
Okay. What's your DC?
15.
14.
Yes.
Okay, it gets pushed 15 feet back.
Okay.
And
you feel within yourself like that orb of power rotate again, right? You dipped into the inky well that is now flipped, and now the sky and air is now where you are withdrawing your power from. Mm-hmm. What's your spell casting focus?
my spell casting focus is a little necklace.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I like to think it's like a little Aang airbender type deal where you just like kind of circle around and then force out like a tunnel of air. Its head was on its side of the body, right? So you just basically hit just the meat and potatoes of this thing and shove it back. Its hands dig into the ground, raking 4-inch deep trails behind it as it digs into the ground as you shove it backwards.
Okay. If it tries to move closer to us, it has half movement.
Oh, it remains.
Huh?
It remains?
Yeah, I can change it as a bonus action in the
heck yeah.
direction.
That's
so,
really cool.
Fabulous.
so I'm just like blasting
Okay,
this.
so you're just standing there maintaining this in kind of like a judo type pose, just holding the gust of wind toward this thing.
Yes. I wanted to do a bonus action as
Okay.
well, so I'm gonna have Cyril, since the dog's invisible and kind of not in danger, I'm gonna have Cyril just like fly above the creature somewhere, and I'm going to use my Pact of the Chain to. Can I just like use my voice to like try and intimidate this creature?
Okay.
I mean, I know it's a long shot, but just might as well. Like, it's like when
Sure.
you're faced with a predator, you make
Yeah.
yourself big,
Right.
right? Would you let me use prestidigitation to make my voice go all nuts?
You know what? It's a cantrip. I'll let you.
Okay. So I'm gonna like have Cyril go, and then so just from somewhere up above, you just hear, "Be gone, demon."
Nice. Okay, give me an intimidation check.
Okay. 24.
Okay. Well, you don't hear anything. What you hear is a woman's voice. Powerful. As she yells, "Be gone, demon." And this thing crouches.
Okay.
Jolly. We have a beautiful. Oh! Where's my skull dice? Uh-oh. We got a beautiful little death save tray from our friend Sterling Makes. Check him out on Etsy. Beautiful craftsmanship. And in this skull tray, this is where we're gonna make our death saving throws.
Yes.
We got a bloody dice, nice
So-
and weighted on the one side.
For the camera.
Roll it like a man.
How do you roll a dice like a man? That is a 3. That is a failure.
Excellent.
Like a man.
Like a man.
It's your man life.
It's your man life. Excellent. Alrighty. It is now the Skelascorpion's turn. Its speed is halved. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, as long as it's trying to come towards us.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's going to claw into the ground. And you see that the claws are fast. Like it is digging into the ground and just not getting as much purchase into it. You see that its hands are what's moving, and its like 8 legs aren't even touching the ground. Like you get the sense that this thing is just handstand walking as it's crawling toward you. And it clears the distance. It's going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Who?
Oh, me. It will attack with disadvantage at Alon.
Dang it.
12.
Fail.
Yes. Second swipe. 15.
Ties a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, if it hits it, or if it meets, it beats.
Meets beats.
Okay, you take 7 points of slashing damage as its left hand slashes across your chest, and now the stinger.
He has Armor of Agathis on.
Ah, yes. How much do I take?
Oh, I didn't realize that caused damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does nothing for. It gives you some temporary hit points, but it deals cold damage.
5 cold damage.
Okay. It slashes into you and it like kind of pulls its hand back as the ice kind of grabs at its hands, and then the stinger. Two on the dice.
Yes.
The stinger punches into the ground as you like kind of control the gust of wind to deflect the stinger down into the ground. The ground around it starting to corrode under the acid, and its head turns to the front to face you. And
It's such a good scorpion voice.
I know.
that's what scorpions sound like. If you ever meet a scorpion, just say, "How are you?" And that's what it'll say.
They wouldn't say, "Hey, bud."
No, just ants.
Yeah.
Wolfgang.
Oh man, so I have a creative solution, but I don't know if I have the economy to do it.
Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking. I've got Jolly, right? And I am tempted to grab one of the cans of like the fire gel stuff and like throw it at the creature.
Okay.
Would that be a bonus action, or like it wouldn't really cause
It would
any
be your
damage?
attack
Okay.
to throw something. Like you would use your action because you're effectively going to roll an attack roll to see if you can collide with this.
Okay.
thing.
Cool. So that's what I'm going to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to grab that and throw it
You
at him.
could also try to use his flamethrower on it.
Even if I'm not wearing it, even if his life.
I mean, Jolly, like you have Jolly, and you could basically just like
marionette him.
yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's killing
I'd like to
scorpions.
weekend at Bernie's Jolly and do the flamethrower.
Okay, I'm gonna say give me a Tinker's Tools check with advantage, assuming Jolly was kind of talking out loud as he normally does about this thing.
Okay.
So it'd be a D20 roll, add your intelligence. We'll say proficiency for this case.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. You successfully are able to activate this flamethrower.
Okay.
As a cone of flame rips out of the mouth of this thing.
Nice.
And it'll make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And it fails.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll. You see that the left canister, there's 2 canisters on there, is emptied by about a quarter.
Okay.
Roll 4d6 fire damage.
Oh, heavens. That's wonderful. I love that. Okay. 8.
That's it?
Yeah, I got a 2, a 3, a 2, and 1.
That's unfortunate.
On 4d6, yes.
Okay. As you heroically go behind this man and shoot the flamethrower, it doesn't dodge out of the way, but it just doesn't have the punch power that you're hoping for. But you do see that one of its hands is pretty heavily burned.
You know what? I'm gonna to add some flavor. I'm gonna say like, oh, because I was missing it because it was the first time I used it. And I was using it almost more of like a repellent versus like it did wash
Sure.
over the
Yeah,
creature,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
was more like
Like
you know.
get
Yeah.
out of here type
Kinda
deal, instead
alien
of just
style, like, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. Well, it has that effect, right? It is just kind of, it lights up the area. Give me a luck check. Just roll a d20. I don't know if you want high or low, but I'll tell you what happens.
Got a 1, so
You
here's
got a
hoping.
1. The grass immediately around bursts into flame.
Yes.
Immediately around us or Brooks,
Everywhere.
who can't walk.
All around. So everything in front of you, the grass in front of you, catches flame. The grass underneath this creature catches flame.
Cyril
and
still
the
has
wind
the
is
command.
heading north toward Hertenberg, toward where you're
No.
trying to go.
So there's like, is it continuous grass between here and Hertenberg from the looks of it?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
There's a path where there isn't grass growing.
Hey, at least it wasn't a gender reveal party. That's all I'm saying.
It's blue. It's
No.
a happy boy. As blue flames.
And I turned to Jolly and I'm like, this is how you tell me?
Gender reveal that. It's just like the funniest.
Actually, it doesn't, because the gust of wind prevents it from catching fire. So I will say that, like, where the gust of wind is pointing, how big is the gust of wind?
Hey, actually, it says that if there's unprotected flames, it's 50% chance that it extinguishes them.
Okay. Well, give me a luck
Percentage.
check. Anything over 11.
Or do you want me to do a percentage die?
Sure.
Do it.
We never
Let's
use
do it.
those.
Okay, is it like above 50?
Above 50 is put. You tell me. Do you want to put out the flames?
Yes, put out the flames. Above 50 is put out the
Okay.
flames. 43.
Great. So it is.
So
What
maybe
happens when you put oxygen on fire?
I know.
So the fire continues out past the scorpion as the gust of fire catches the. I'm actually going to say it doubles the damage as the flamethrower meets the gust of wind.
So it's 16 instead
So
of
it
8.
deals 16 damage. But the fire is stoked. Like, you could have had a chance to put it out, but you are going to have to do something crazy to put out the fire.
You
or
hear like, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Man, this is some real Space Marine stuff.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is some. Yeah.
There's some little tieflings dancing in the flames.
Oh, yeah. I'm a tiefling, bro.
Stoked.
Okay, Wolfgang, that's your turn. Elon.
Okay, so we're engaged.
You are within 10 feet, and it's pretty safe to assume he's got that reach on you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use my action to disengage, and instead of just backing up in a straight line, I'm going to back off to my
Toward the
right.
path?
Yeah, towards the path. And then I'm going to angle as the bonus action the gust of wind, from me towards it. Yeah.
Sure. I dig that. Okay, you are able to do so. You make it back 30 more feet. Jolly.
Rolling again. Is that
18.
18.
Yeah.
That is a success.
1 failure, 1 success.
Skill a scorpion.
Wolfgang.
Okay.
I'm gonna make another wisdom save. It's going to make 2 attacks and a sting attack at you
Okay.
with disadvantage.
Cool.
Oh, natural 20 and a 2.
There you go.
A whiff on the first attack. I think that is going to hit 15.
Yeah, that just means, yeah.
Okay. You take 8 points of slashing with the hand, and here comes the stinger.
Oof. A side note, did not heal from the last battle with the dog.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I wouldn't have had a short rest. I was running. Never mind.
I called it about 3 hours. It was like kind of in between his watch.
Yeah.
So you could have rested a bit because it's just an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, take those hit dice.
Yeah.
You need them.
Okay. Because does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. The stinger collides with the tree one last time as the tree falls. I need anyone around to make a dexterity saving throw. Jolly, you will automatically fail unless...
We should be away from the tree now, because right?
No, you moved like
Yeah,
10 feet. So depending on how big the tree is.
Yeah, the tree's basically
deemed
just
call.
falling toward
Okay,
you.
so just not me, I guess, because I'm,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
far-
you're
okay.
fine.
So, Wolfgang, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You can either do it straight, or you can take Jolly with you and do it at disadvantage.
I'm going to take him with me.
Okay.
Okay, so wisdom.
A dexterity save.
Dexterity save?
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
Wisdom wouldn't have been
Are you sure?
leaving me.
Are you sure, Wisdom?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. He just looks at it, just steps to the side, and just.
Oh, you
crashes.
said disadvantage? Yeah, that's a 7.
All right. Jolly gets collided with and loses 1 more death save.
Okay.
As you take
Freaking heck.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as some of the branches smack you down and you are knocked prone.
There you go. Okay.
All right, Wolfgang, your turn.
So I would like to... Is there any way I could do like an insight to see how intelligent this creature is?
Sure, go ahead and give me an insight.
Yeah. Come on. Okay, 22.
You get the sense that there's some sort of intelligence, but that it's altered in some way, right? Like it is a corrupted intelligence where it is aware of itself and how to hunt and how to kill, but that's probably the extent. Like couldn't speak, couldn't have, other things.
Okay. I want you to hear me out here.
All right.
I have a disguise self spell. I would like to, as soon as I hit the ground, because it's basically my turn right then, just like to disguise self, like either like is Jolly basically on top of me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sam and Frodo at the doors of Mordor, the cloak
Sure,
and the rock.
Sure.
Yeah, like basically, I can't do anything with Jolly, I don't think, unless is he
We'll
treated
see.
like an item because
He's certainly not.
Not yet.
So at the very least, like I drop, and then like at the same time, I'm like, okay, clone jutsu. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Substitution.
Substitution, and I turn into a log. Yeah. But like I basically just like I'm on the ground, but like I look like a rock, just the same shape, but with like Jolly like slumped against me.
Okay. Are you wanting to use the flamethrower? Are you?
At least since I'm prone right now, probably not.
Because you know that he's going to have advantage on attacks
I mean, but
as you're prone.
but it would take half my movement to get up. Is there a way I can know if I would have fooled him with my rock act?
That's
With that-
not how disguise self works.
Dang it.
Disguise self is like you can alter parts of your body, but you are still
Look like a
human.
person.
Yeah.
You'd look like
Okay.
a rock person. You'd look like Jolly.
You could
but-
look like
I
a
look so
Earth
cool.
Genasi, but it would still be.
In that case, forget that. I would have known that. So yeah, I get up with half my movement, and once again I'm like, well, the plane's already on fire, and I shoot again.
Okay. It's a nat 1.
Yeah.
I will say that unfortunately, because Alon has moved his gust of wind, you do not deal double damage
That's fine.
on this.
And it's 4d6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got 2 good rolls. 12.
Nice.
And 2 absolutely
Okay.
garbage.
The right hand is completely destroyed.
Yes.
As you kind of target where it was burning before and melt its hand, the goop and blood, the grayish purple red blood, starts to coalesce and melt like a wax crayon, and drip into the ground, and start to harden as scabs, effectively, on the ground. And it lets out its... And you have effectively halved its movement.
That's great. I love that. And then I've got 15 feet of movement. So I'm trying to, let's see, is this I would like to also activate Zephyr Strike, and because that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to carry Jolly a little bit further away.
Okay.
Just so let's see. You round down, right? So I'd only have 15, which would be halved again with Jolly. So let's say I just go 5 feet.
5 plus your 30, so another 15. So you could move another 20.
So with the 30, that's only if I actually attack. Like in the turn I attack, I get that extra 30.
Well, you did with the flamethrower.
Oh
right?
yeah, I could have just retconned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, then I get away like 20 feet.
Okay. All right. You continue to crawl backward, dragging this very heavy rock man. Alon.
Okay.
The flames. Oh, sorry. At initiative 20. Let's see how much of the flames continue to rise.
Okay.
One of you roll a d100.
Not me.
Okay. Let's do this.
Definitely someone else should roll that.
D100. Here
Oh,
we
man,
go.
these minis are so freaking sweet.
2.
Freaking nasty.
Wow.
Okay, so it isn't catching much, fortunately, right? But I'm going to have the Scale Scorpion make another dex save. No, it's completely surrounded by flames. It'll just take another 4 points of fire damage as everything around it is flame.
Nice.
Elon.
I'm doing an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Hopefully I hit. Nope, I don't.
That's unfortunate.
I know. Because I've missed every single Eldritch Blast so far.
Your tentacle is still over there.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do for my bonus action is move it and just give it a nice spank.
Just smack him in the booty.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Do scorpions have butts?
Sure.
Everything has a butt.
Everybody poops.
Yeah.
Is that not a book?
Yes.
That one's a 6, so
We are sponsored
13.
Okay. Does not hit.
Yeah.
Doesn't find purchase on it. I think at this point it's like dancing on the flames, right? Like it's now using its legs. And it's like kind of just skittering around really fast, kind of like a bug that just got its back leg smashed where it just kind of goes frantic. And you're just not able to time it well. Jolly.
Natural 20.
Shut up.
What?
Natural 20.
Shut up.
Dude.
That's at the top of your turn. You pop up with one hit point.
Gosh.
Yes.
You are back in this.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Can I
love
take
these
some
moments.
liberties?
Yes, please.
Okay. As you're being carried, you feel Wolfgang kind of pull you as you are dipping in and out of consciousness. And as you see these purple eyes, they do get opalescent. And you feel the locket warm up a little bit. And you just hear, Dad. And you're back in.
Freaking heck.
Dang that timing,
I know.
y'all. That was good.
Gosh. So, gosh, dang. I was honestly not expecting this. So, how much damage does the flamethrower do again?
46.
46. And its movement is half.
You have the ability to do it twice if you are choosing to empty the entire right canister. You could basically empty the chamber,
Could I
knowing how to use this more effectively than Wolfgang does.
turn it into a bomb?
You could try.
Could I see if that would be a more efficient use of it before I do that?
Give me
Maybe check how much fuel's left.
How much fuel is left?
one right canister is left.
So
full.
just one full. Okay, well, I'll just empty the whole thing on it. But before I do that, I'm going to bonus action and do another defensive field, giving me 3 temp hit points. Which,
solid. You're rocking around a 4 right
oh, yeah,
now?
so many.
4 hit points.
Which is actually more than I had for like many of the episodes
Many
that we've done so far.
Lucky.
Okay, so to attack, that is, it's an 11 plus. just-
so it makes a save. So it just is a cone of
So it's
flame.
just blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It will make its dex save.
3.
It takes 8d6 worth of fire damage.
Excellent. Do you want me to roll that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so 2, 5, 9, 13, 18, 19, 22, 26 points of fire damage.
26 points of fire damage. You completely melt the legs on the right side of its body. So it only has 4 legs on its left side and the right and the left hand. You have effectively dropped its speed further. And a hefty gout of flame eating and corroding, melting parts of this creature. It looks bloodied now.
Halfway down.
Jolly Jolly will
there's a
have.
horse here?
Sorry.
Where's that dang horse?
It's called
Sorry, that was
Town on
Wolfgang.
Fire.
Jolly will look at Wolfgang and say,
A stallion rising in the rising sun.
Shadowfax, show them the meaning of speed.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
I don't know if we can stop this thing from following us.
I get the same feeling. What kind of plan do you have?
It's not really a plan.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I think you should run.
Listen, I understand the sentiment, but I don't think we have that option. Or I had it in the past. And then I did this heroic thing. You were asleep for this, but I helped you so much. I'm not going to
Thank you.
leave now. I gave up
Yes.
so much in the
Okay.
past. I'm not doing it now.
Okay, well, then I suppose we run together.
Give me medicine checks.
That would
Dirty 20.
12.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some mechanics.
Okay.
Okay. It started with a running speed of 100.
Woof.
And it has a running speed of 50.
It got cut down to 50.
And that's a running, not walking.
I mean, it's the same.
Same thing. Okay, that's fine.
It is now at a walking speed of 35.
Which is my speed. Which doesn't help.
It does. It helps you. Wolfgang.
Whose turn is it right now?
It is now your turn.
My turn?
Wait, doesn't.
Oh, no, it's the scorpion's
it's the
turn.
scorpion's turn.
Okay. And I say, I hope to adventure with you more, but I might have to create some distance.
I get that a lot.
Okay. Scale Scorpion is going to make another wisdom saving throw. You gotta be kidding me. This thing is hurting. Something in what Elon did to channel something else. You, by the way, did not hear the woman's voice.
Okay.
It has this thing perplexed. Okay. And it will ready itself to react. Wolfgang,
Okay.
your turn.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay. So I'm going to do my final spell for the day. Gonna do a Zephyr Strike. And I'm going to just try and go 35 feet away. Just run away from it.
Are you also going to attack?
Yes, but I'm going to get 35 feet away and then shoot.
Okay. I respect it. Go ahead. And
Okay. And then, okay, to hit. 15?
Does not hit.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so then wait a second. I get advantage because of the spell?
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh my goodness, please. Please. Yes. Okay, 25.
That does hit for sure.
Okay.
And then roll your 1d8 force damage as well.
Okay, I got a 10 total.
Okay.
And then I would like to go another 30 feet out.
Okay. Wolfgang blitzes past Elon, and it is this creature. Jolly. Some burning grass. And your friends further past you. What do you do?
Does Elon get a
Elon
turn?
does get a turn. So, just something to think about.
Okay. It's going to be moving 30 feet back, still keeping the wind directed that way, so I'm not going to change it. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast and move the tentacle.
Okay.
So that's a 19 for the Eldritch Blast.
That does hit.
Sweet.
Is this sky-based or...
Yeah, since I'm already
Fire-based.
channeling the air, it's probably just like lightning that comes
Okay.
out. Something
Love
like that. Okay, that's 3 damage. So the lightning, whatever. Okay. So then, yeah, I'm going to direct the dragon tail to come and just whap it again.
Yeah.
And that is a 21.
Does hit.
Okay. And that is 13 damage.
Hefty.
Makes
there
up.
we go. All right.
Cold damage.
It is hurt. It's still got a lot of life left, but it's been battered. Joan, you see that its left hand is like heavily wounded.
Jolly would like to step in and like try and get underneath it, and then
You're gonna close on it?
he's going to get closer to it, step underneath it, and try and thunderwave underneath it, and like instead of pushing it back, flipping it over on its back, if you'll allow that.
Interesting.
So like thunderwave from underneath.
So like thunder from down under. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm liking this.
Now you're speaking my language.
Fascinating. Honestly, it's normally a save, but I'm gonna have you make a spell attack to see if you can flip him over.
Cool. 19.
Yeah, that'll do it, man. Okay, what
Boom.
is my con?
Yeah,
save?
it's a con save. Do I just do the damage as normal?
Yeah, roll normal damage. He does succeed, so I'll just take half.
Okay. So 4, 7, 11 and half.
Okay, 5.
Oh my gosh.
That's the thunder from down under.
That's actually awesome.
That was
was
supposed to
great.
just be a thunder wave. That was a
It would
thunder
probably-
explosion.
Yeah, that was a couple thunder waves.
So it would
Dang.
probably coincide, like he hits the scorpion at the same time that the lightning up above streaks across the sky from Elon. And so like the
Like
actual
meets it.
Yeah, like the actual thunder is real, and you don't even hear jollies or whatever. But then the scorpion, does he move?
The scorpion is flipped over onto its back. It's only got left legs and a left hand, and it's like kind of reaching upwards. Yeah, heavy. I like to think like it has like a sonic like concussion pulse that kind of rips out. You could move without it
Sweet.
getting an opportunity to attack.
Jolly
now.
will move 30 feet that way.
Great.
Towards
You take off running.
them.
How do you feel right now?
Ask me in a sec.
Cool.
Jolly doesn't really know.
All right. The Scale Scorpion is going to use its entire turn to try and flip itself over. Let's see if it will. It does not successfully. It has only the one side, and it's like clawing at itself, ripping up its own underbelly, trying to like find purchase enough to flip over until it snaps its wrist or like its elbow effectively in half and finally grabs onto the ground. So you get a sense that he'll probably just flip over next turn. Wolfgang.
Okay. So how far is everybody? So he's 30 feet. I'm like 60, like 65
Yeah,
feet
so
out.
Wolfgang, Wolfgang, you're the furthest.
We
Elon's
should
probably
be-
right behind,
Yeah.
like within 5 feet. And then Jolly's 30 feet from you.
Okay. I kind of shout. I'm like, so we're going, right? Booking it? Just anywhere other than here? I don't want to stay.
Yeah, like I'm on the path, and yeah, let's get out of here.
Your options would be to close on this thing while it's compromised, right? Like it's belly up, or book it. You don't know what's laying ahead for you in Hurtenberg. This creature's not dead, right? So you have a couple options. You can go in and close on it, try and finish it off, or you can try and book it and stay away from it and effectively hide.
I mean, my plan was just kind of keep firing as I left, you know.
Yeah, I think I'll just kind of do that. Like, run 35 feet, shoot back. That's my current plan.
Jolly's just huffing and puffing. Doesn't really know what to do, to be honest.
Okay. All right, Wolfgang.
Okay, so yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack.
As I said, I'm going to... I am going to do a cantrip, Hunter's Mark, now that I'm not as worried about the speed, at least for this turn. I'll just do Hunter's Mark for a bit. And then fire. Oh, 16?
Does not hit.
What the heck? Okay, and then I run another 35 feet.
Very well. Elon.
Okay, Eldritch Blast and Tentacle again. So that is a 25 to hit.
Hits.
6 damage for the Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So same lightning, just kind of like comes up from my neck or something, just poof.
Love it.
And then that is a 24 to hit. So,
Hits.
it's making up for all my crappy rolls. Where is that D8? Goodness. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll on here. Eight damage.
Nice. Alrighty. Taking massive chunks out of this. The blue lightning kind of, the pendant around your neck glowing the blue as the energy kind of wraps around your arm and you shoot it out. Kind of basically like lobbing it at this point. Like you're pretty far from this. And you continue running. Jolly.
Can Jolly try and logic out the chances of survival in this current situation, like of everyone getting away?
Give me an intelligence check.
17 for just intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that there's a chance, right? You are now at this point probably 90 feet from this creature.
Jolly's only 30 from him.
Right, but I guess the rest of the party,
Yeah.
right? But they're all still taking actions to try and peg this thing. So if you took an action to dash, if speed is equal and you're starting ahead, there's a good chance that you could buy yourself some time to get somewhere and hide or buy yourself a round or two for like some surprises. So there is, some logic to this that could be squeaked out.
Jolly is going to move 30 feet and then take the dodge action.
Interesting. Okay. The Scale Scorpion rolls itself over and starts to crawl its way much slower. It still takes... The fire starts to... give me a fire check. See how much it's spreading.
Okay.
D100.
Okay. 12.
Okay. It's not growing super fast. Like, it seems to be pretty concentrated in there. But he still does take 8 points of fire damage. And it's basically crawling itself like that giant Titan from Attack on Titan, just dragging its body across the ground, leaving acid and corrosion behind it as it starts to close on you, moving roughly at about a speed of 25 feet.
Does it dash?
It cannot.
Oh,
It used half its speed to get over.
that's right.
So it is effectively 20, 25 feet from you right now. Wolfgang.
Okay. We're going to rinse and repeat. Firing. Oh, that sucked so bad. Miss.
Okay.
And then I book another,
Elon.
Same deal. That is a 22.
Hit.
My goodness, you're on fire.
I know. And that's 10 damage for the Eldritch Blast. So this one, I'm like getting the hang of it
Yeah.
more and more, you know, and I kind of like, it's like a whip, lightning whip, just. And then, let's see. I moved the tentacle again for 19,
Hit.
and that is 12 damage.
Dang. The lightning, as you like whip it out, rips around the tail as the tail collides with it, dealing the lightning and the cold damage. Kind of like an elemental spanking on this thing. Jolly.
Jolly will double dash.
Okay. Solid. The Skeletal Scorpion's going to continue moving. One of its legs falls off. Give me a fire check.
Okay. That is 17.
Okay. You feel like it's not going to keep growing much further from where it's at, which is a good thing. Like, you're not going to burn down the entire Mirage Mesa.
Isn't that funny that we've had a steady climb up from 2 to
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
to
That's
17?
crazy.
No. But it will take another 10 points of fire damage. This thing is looking rough.
Good.
Finish it off, Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
Okay. Here's open. Okay. Oh, that's much better. 19.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's 8 points of damage.
Solid. All right, another arrow finding purchase, squelching into the flesh on this thing. It lets out a very pained as you continue to run. Elon?
I'm just going to roll both at the same time this time. So, because they'll be the same thing. So one is a 16. That doesn't hit. Neither of them hit. So
Cool. All righty, and you keep going. Jolly.
Jolly would double dash.
Okay. As you are pretty far away, you get the sense that you're pretty well in the clear. You could continue to rinse and repeat this where like you can from afar just keep lobbing shots at this thing and basically orbital bombardment on this thing for the rest of the evening, or just outrun it. What would you want to do? Do you want to stay at a distance and basically pick this thing off from afar, or just leave it and run?
I'd rather do that just because then we don't have something constantly encroaching on us.
Agreed.
Jolly just stands by because he doesn't have like anything.
And also,
so
I don't know what's happening with Cyril and Brooks.
Oh, yeah, we
I'm
got
sure Cyril's fine, but
Brooks is a burned cookie.
Give me a D100.
okay.
99.
97.
Oh my.
That's calling a shot.
Cyril's right next to you with the dog.
I'm like, Cyril. He's like, hey, bud.
Hey, man.
Hey, how did you pull this thing over here?
I don't ask everything about your life.
Fair enough.
Listen, I want this to be a good, healthy relationship. And I think part of what makes that work is healthy boundaries.
Do you feel like I'm overstepping?
I just don't want you to.
Oh, okay. All right.
And as long as you know where I'm coming from and I know where you're
I
coming
mean,
from.
you're the one that kisses me, dude.
Hey,
Things are spiraling very quickly out of control.
you are able to, over the course of a couple minutes, basically pick this thing to shreds. With, smashing dragon tails and eldritch blasts, arrows, Jolly looking on in support. This thing is finally squashed. And you find about 8 sets of human bones as this thing's flesh and carapace turns to that ash, turns to scab, and then dry ash. And then it starts to just drift off, leaving behind the set of multiple human bones.
And armbands?
No armbands.
No armbands. Okay. So it's indiscriminate.
And that is where we're going to end our session. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. It's the Pact Boon. Shout out to our sponsor, Monument Studios, for the nasty sounds today.
Yeah.
Roll and Play Press. You can check out some of their stuff. Use our code for some discounts. Freaking painting phantasms, y'all. Charlie Reader with this nasty son of a gun. Absolutely horrendous. You can get this file and nightmare your people at your own table. Check him out on My Mini Factory. All sorts of other stuff. He's got his own page as well. Probably do that one. Don't go through a third party for him. Just go direct to the buyer. We support that. We'll have his links and stuff on there. So please buy his stuff. It's freaking crazy. We'll have more of his work for you to see.
Yeah, I was just going to add, we're going to take a picture of the Mini as well because it's awesome. It was painted by Caden, and we're going to put that up on the Patreon for you podcast listeners. You can check it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want painting tips and different things, join the guild because that's the only place I'll respond and tell you how I did it.
Because that's the only place he's ever on.
Yeah.
You can't. You actually can't contact him elsewhere.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Please support the page. Like, follow, subscribe, share. Get your grandma in on this. Grandmas love this stuff.
Man, get grandma in on the ground floor.
Absolutely right. This is going to be huge. Okay, Pact Boon to the moon. And hey, see you later, buds.